So, WandaVision happened, and it was, yeah, interesting is probably the best way to describe this show. And before we do get started, if you do like this content and want to see more from this channel, please do make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications. Now let's get on with the video. So, yeah, WandaVision recently just ended this on today, and yeah, it was interesting. Normally I'll do like a review in the show with each episode, but this time I didn't feel like I wanted to do because as I knew that like there'll be thousands of videos up there about each episode, breaking down each little thing. Um, so yeah, I didn't bother doing with that, but I wanted to do like a quick little review on each episode and my overall thoughts on on the season. And yeah, it is definitely interesting and unique. It's probably the best way to describe it. So yeah, here's my review for each of the episodes. So the first, I would really like to say that I do like some of the episode titles, like the first episode called "Film Before a Live Studio Audience," um, episode 3, Noun Color. Like it was very interesting how they did titles, and yeah, it's interesting and quite a bit funny. But yeah, going on about the episodes. Episode 1, I thought it was interesting because it was everything was whole like unique, interesting, and very mysterious. With like, why is this all happening and all that. Um, yeah, I can't really say much more than that. It was interesting and it was good for the most part. For episode 2, which is called "Don't Tell That Dial," is I didn't really like this episode too much. Now, with episode 1, I thought it was good because it was unique, interesting, and mysterious. But my biggest problem with that episode was it was set in like the 50s, I think, and well, those times aren't really that fun. But with episode 2, which was set in the 60s, it just felt like the continuation of episode 1, and it just felt so boring, and I just didn't really like feel it. Um, but there was some bits I did look about this episode. There was the whole like talent show thing, and well, yeah, that was hilarious. Another thing from the episode which I sort of not really liked but found a bit weird was that the whole town saying "for children." That just seemed like a cult line to me, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but that seemed like a cult sort of line. For episode 3, which was called Noun Colour, I liked that episode. It was a bit more interesting, a bit more modern, even though I think it was set in the 70s. But still, it was quite fun. They Wanda gave birth to the children. Um, Other than that, I thought it was okay. There's not really too much to it. But that was. But this episode was when the mystery sort of kicked in. And it's like, oh, what's really happening? Is it Wanda's fault? And I think that's like a good thing to like really set up. Not really halfway through, but like early on ish. Um, yeah, I don't think I can say much more than that. It was just a good, continuous pace of mysterious and like continuing on the plot. Now with episode 4, which was called "We Interrupt This Program," I thought the episode was really good and enjoyable. I really did enjoy this episode. Out of the first 4, this is probably my favourite one, and I think the reason for it is because it was the most MCU like with characters that we were seeing coming back for it, but at the same time, like different from the actual show, where it was all mysterious and all that. Whereas this one was just trying to solve the mystery, and well, yeah, this episode just felt like a fan-free YouTube video, just trying to solve theories and all that. Can't say much more than that. Jimmy Woo is amazing in this show, and he really shines in this episode. Um, yeah. So on episode 5, which is called "On a Very Special Episode," I can't really remember too much about this episode. I know that I got a dog and it died. That was pretty much it, really. Oh, and the kids were aging up. Yeah, this episode wasn't really. I think this episode was okay. I just can't remember too much of what happened in it. I mean, if I was to rewatch this episode more recently, I think I would have not a better understanding, but I'll probably know have a bit more opinionated on it. But yeah, it was. I think it was okay. I just can't remember it. Now, episode 6, which was called On All New Halloween Spectacular. Wow, my god, that was interesting. So we've got Evan Peters come back for Quicksilver in the MCU. Amazing. Yeah, got Vision and Wanda dressing up as the comic book sales, but not really. Yeah, interesting, fun. They played around with a few bits. I thought this episode was just like a very cool, fun one to really confuse the audience with like what's happening with Pietro. Um, but yeah, other than that, I thought this episode was just fine as well. It really opened up the mystery as well. And yeah, now episode 7, which was called Breaking the Fourth Wall, was an episode which I didn't really enjoy too much, but I still did enjoy it a lot. Um, Now, this one was trying to take after things like the Modern Family TV show, and I don't really like that soul stuff where like they cut back and forth between what's going on and like an interview sort of thing. I felt like it just took away from what's really happening, but overall it was an okay episode. And then got an amazing song by Agatha saying that it was her all along. A really good song. I can't say much more than that. Um, yeah, the episode was. I think it was okay. Yeah. Now, episode 8, which was previously on, I thought this episode was really good. One of the best episodes in season. They did retcon a few things. I'm pretty sure it's still debatable whether or not they have or rebooted or retconned it. But overall, I thought that was okay. And I got to see like Wanda's past. I thought that was like a very good thing. Like see like world building, like seeing stuff between movies. I thought that was like a very good idea. Very good idea. Just because I think that's like quite a good thing to world build, and with them showing things what happened between movies, I thought that was a very good idea. They set up the Sky Witch scene and all that in this episode. That was okay, but for me, it just was that that was like doing world building timeline stuff. I thought that was really good. And then we had the White Vision episode as well. Yeah, this episode was. It's hard to say if I did really enjoy it because of what I previously mentioned with timeline stuff and that, or the episode was just good. But overall, I thought the episode was okay. Now, episode 9 called the series finale, I thought this episode was amazing. First of all, Scarlet Witch finally becoming the proper Scarlet Witch, amazing, really, really good. Vision versus Vision, amazing, really cool fight scenes. There's just so many cool fight scenes, and Agatha being defeated, and Wanda finally revealing her true self, which is Scarlet Witch. Um, yeah, I think there's like quite a lot of good stuff about this episode. I think it's just more the fight scenes that really made this episode so good, and yeah. So yeah, and now that I've done each episode, I'm going to quickly go over my overall thoughts about the whole show. So overall, the whole show, I thought it was very good with the mystery plot, because no one really knew what was really going on, and I thought that was a good way to set things up. There were times in some of the episodes where I felt a bit cringy, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. And then some episodes just being boring, but overall, this the whole show was really good. I think it does set up a lot more stuff for the MCU, hopefully, but I'm not counting on it too much. But yeah, for the first Marvel show for the MCU, I would have to say that it was a really good job, or not really good job, but like really good show. Um, and yeah, I just cannot wait for the next one, which I think is Falcon and Winter Soldier. And with what I've seen results of this, I feel like it could really work with every Marvel hero. Um, I must admit I do like this format of doing an episode week by week instead of doing a 2-hour movie. And while I do like movies, I think this works a lot better because you'll tell a lot bigger story over more, like over more time. I feel that works a lot better than doing the movie format. But yeah, I just cannot wait for what happens next, and this is a really good show. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do like this one, please share, let's subscribe and all that stuff. goodbye, yo. Bye.